Kawempe Church of Uganda Primary School, located in Kawempe Division in Kampala, was established as a private kindergarten in 1949. It has since become a government full-aided primary school with many pupils. Unlike other government-aided schools with plenty of land, at Kawempe Church of Uganda Primary School, they have utilized the little space in the school to grow valuable trees and crops which are now promoting environment conservation. Besides, the knowledge is being instilled into the pupils who are now happily enjoying the practice of greening their school environment.
My name is Nabanja Vanessa from Primary 7. I'm a member of Green Ambassador. I'm here to represent the soursop plants. Some people plant soursop for income, to make juice, for shade. At our school, we had planted this to get some fruits, to get shade, and some they can sell them. Yes, I have learned how to plant crops and how to plant trees.
My name is Chigwana Trinity Grace, and I am in Primary 7. I am here to talk about the sugarcane tree. As you look at this sugarcane tree, some of you in Uganda call it a bikajo. I'm going to talk about it, and I thank our head of the compound, our teacher, who helped us to plant these trees, because they are used for some things. They are sold to get money. They are eaten as food. We are able to save the compound. We are able to save the environment. We plant trees, we plant grass, which conserves the environment. For example, it controls soil erosion.
My name is Nanono Joan from Primary 7. When it is ready, it gives us the fruits. The fruits we get cooking oil. We prepare it locally. We put it in the saucepan and we put the water. We cook it, and then we get the cooking oil on the top of it.
The practice of greening Kawempe Church of Uganda Primary School was introduced by one of the teachers, Kihimba Joseph, who proudly says he copied it from his uncle who nurtured him in the early years.
So what I'm doing right now, it is not my own. I picked it from my uncle, who did a very tremendous job in me. And whatever good things that I do, I imitated them right away from my uncle, called Mr. Samanya Patrick, the retired head teacher. Right now he's staying in Masaka district. So what I'm doing right now with these young ones, I do it with vigor. I love it so much, and I'm trying my best to see that at least I also come up with another generation that will take over after I've left. My uncle has left, but at least he has left something behind, which is doing doing a very good job with me. And I was inspired by him, and I'm also trying to inspire the young ones also to do the same job.
Since he was transferred to the school, Kimba says he has now become a supervisor to some of the pupils he has trained in promoting greening campaign in the school.
And as I was transferred to this school in 2012, the school was in a bad state actually. It had no green at all. It had no trees. It had no shades for the young ones. But right now, as I talk, sincerely speaking, it is the only school in the locality that has green as the best of all. Yeah, and I'm praying hard that if things do go on well, we shall do the best with my learners. Simply because right now I used to work with them, but per now I act as a supervisor. Why? Because they have learned a lot. They just tell me, teacher, we have done ABCD. Even if I'm not there, we don't force them. They do it. They push themselves. Unlike other children who are like wheelbarrows, they are just pushed. And I appeal to all my colleagues outside there, most of the teachers. When you go into the compounds, they say talking compounds, but the talking compounds are just limiting children. Don't do this, don't step on the ground. But in my school, children are doing this willingly. It is not a punishment. That's why you find that at the end of the day, they know which crop to be harvested, and they also enjoy. Like this morning, you saw them harvesting cassava, which is supposed to be given them accompaniment when they are having break tea.
He explained more on the trees they have grown in the school compound and why we need them in our compounds.
And we have a number of trees. Say, for example, we have what we call soursop, a chitaferi. That chitaferi has a number of duties to perform. Most of those people with the pressure, you just boil the leaves, then you take the juice that comes right away from it. Or if you have the blender, you go and put it in the what? You put it in the blender. You have to get juice out of it. Then you take without sugar. The pressure will come down automatically. Yeah. Then apart from the soursop, we have mango trees, which were planted by me. We have guavas, which were planted still by me, and children enjoy it so much. When they are climbing, I feel happy. You see the boys climbing, going upstairs to pick some of the ready guavas. The girls are down yearning, please give me some. When they are harvesting and enjoying, it is my pride that I've done a very good, tremendous job. And when you ask these children, that who is your best teacher, they say Teacher Jeff is our best teacher, simply because I love them. I'm not the kind of person who goes with children beating them. By the way, to push you a little bit back, there is a teacher who did a very tremendous job to me, but by then I could not believe that he could do that to me. You remember in the past this business of when they ring the bell. When they ring the bell, children have to go down. Then later on, they ring another one, they stand up, then they run. Sincerely speaking, on that day, I was sick. I could not go on down, coming up, then running to school or to class. But the teacher I need to preserve the name, but if he's alive, he bears me a witness. He called me, Joseph, please, can you come? I had to go near him. He told me, why didn't you run, or why didn't you squat? I said, teacher, I'm sick, I'm feeling joint pains. But he just picked a very strong stick and he gave me only one. It made even my pair of shorts to get torn. And since then, I said, when I become a teacher, and he inspired me by to become a teacher. My children are there, my students are there, but I'm a kind of person who doesn't beat them. There's a tree known as a palm tree. You saw it up there. Right now, it has not given us the fruits yet, but with the time it will produce the fruits. And these fruits are also good. One, they are good for making oil, and we have ever done it. When we make oil out of them, you may ask me that where do you get the machines to get oils right from there? We do it locally. After we have harvested the fruits, we put them in a saucepan. We pour their water and we boil. So after oil has come, oil will automatically come on the top of the water and the water remain down. So we get it like that. And good enough, the oil from palm trees does not need you again to buy curry powder. You don't need it. It is spiced by God. It is spiced by God. So right away from there, that one also is good. And when it comes to the leaves are also good. In case you have joint pains, maybe those ones, the elderly people, they have joint pains in the legs, arms, and what have you, backache. You find that when you boil the leaves and the roots, the moment you boil them, after they are boiled at 100 degrees Celsius, you put it down, it cools, and after it has cooled, you try to put under a normal place which cannot be reached by children. So every morning you can come, you can bring and put and try to put into the joints. You put in the joints, you try to squeeze, you squeeze with this water. Within a shortest period, at least the things will be okay. To leave that alone, we can go to guavas. The guavas are good. The children harvest the crops or the fruits and they enjoy. I personally, I don't enjoy guavas, but when my children are enjoying, I feel I'm the best. Then when we look at the roots, the younger roots of guavas, they are also good. They are good in healing somebody who has severe headache. Why do I do this? I do this simply because I have somebody who is a good friend of mine who is a herbalist. When I go there when I visit him, he's my neighbor, by the way. When I visit him, I ask him about this. He tells me, no, you do this, you do this. So when I plant with my children, I also tell them, don't suffer from this, the medicine this. I tell them, I always tell them. Another tree that I can talk about, it is the jackfruit tree. That one, first of all, I think a big number of Africans will enjoy jackfruits. And they are so sweet, but out of it, the seeds you can use them to cure some of the diseases. More so the young children at the age of 5 and below. That layer, the white layer, after you have enjoyed the jackfruit itself, the white layer after you smash it, you crush it. After crushing it, you can have the powder. And somebody who has diabetes can also enjoy. You put at least 1 spoon on your cup of tea and enjoy without sugar. You can be healed. The chisubi itself is good. One, in a way that if you don't have tea leaves, you can pick it, boil your water when it is there. After something like 5 minutes, it is ready. You can just take without tea leaves. That one can work. And it is good also for our blood pressure. You can also enjoy. And even those children who have taken long without walking, the young ones, you can also give them. Yes, it can help them to stabilize the bones. Ayawe that can also send away mosquitoes. It can send away mosquitoes in a way that, being that the place is having a number of green, mosquitoes need to hide in those dark places. So when they smell that good scent that is coming right away from that grass, they run away. That's why it is around the what? Around the teachers' quarters. The small onions, those onions are so nice in a way that for them, they have no bulbs down. We harvest only the leaves, and they are good in a way that concerning pressure, try to pound them with garlic. You enjoy the juice. The pressure will come down. It will not be healed automatically, but it will come down. And on top of that, I talked about the snakes. The snakes will never come around where those plants are. Why? Because that scent that is coming right away from them, they are not good for the snakes. They run away. So for us teachers, that's why you find that teachers are planted around their houses simply because they fear snakes to enter their houses. And at the end of the day, you find that at least we are safe right away from the snakes. And on top of that, there was a particular type of grass. It had green, but the green is a little bit perishing, something of that kind. That one is also good for some of the insects. The insects that come, and these insects, they are not good for the children, and at the same time they are not good for the mature people. Sometimes they bite and they run away. After they have done that, you can get some swellings. So these insects, the moment they come around and they sense that smell from it, they run away. So we plant those we have those plants around in order to do away with some dangerous insects and animals, more so the snakes. With tobacco, it is a learning aid. It is a learning aid in a way that children in Kampala, they hear of things but they don't know them. So I brought that species there simply because when they ask, so more so in my subject, they ask that tobacco is a raw material for cigarettes. But they don't know what tobacco is. So I brought it there simply because to show them that it is, after it has been processed, we get the smokers enjoy that.
Kimba notes that since he started the greening campaign, the school has now become a hub center for the neighbors, especially women.
And apart from that, there are some other trees. You know, we have intruders here and encroachers. In the field there, since it is a community, it has become now a community field. Many people come around and pick those trees, more so the women. This is a place where people can get herbs. Why? Because there are a number of trees. They come, those who knows different species that they cure ABC, they come and pick. And for me, I don't have no problem. They pick and I say, please, take. And those are blessings, by the way. When somebody uses something freely and you don't go ahead hunting for him or her, those are blessings that God brings them to your side.
To mitigate the impacts of climate change in the country, there's need for collaboration from me and you in fighting it, especially through reforestation. The
climate change that you are talking about begins with me here and you outside there. Why do I say this? Why do I say that it begins with you? It is you to cut down the tree. It is you to plant the tree. Today, not tomorrow, today and now. We shall face a very bad climate change that will hit us to almost having deaths, a number of deaths in Uganda and in Africa at large. Live example, it was, I think, in January, February, and early March. The biggest number in Uganda here were sleeping without covering themselves. I shared with a number of my friends. They said, what is happening? I said, no, it is us who are making the change, the negative change towards this. Why? We are cutting trees, but we are not remembering to plant them back. But if we can wake up right now, after 3 years, Uganda you'll be very far.